Hi, Dave from eBike Tips here, and I'm here with Josh Hon from Tern, and we're going to look at their new cargo bike, the GSD. As you can see, we've got another bike behind it, a standard bike, and this is a very compact cargo bike. It's carrying a lot of stuff. We've got a crate of beer on the front, we've got all our shopping on the back, two big panniers. You can also put child seats or a bench on the back to carry other people, but in fact it's no longer than a normal bike. So, Josh, what's the philosophy behind this bike? I mean, how did you come up with it?
Well, we love utility bikes, and we're trying to get more people out of their cars and onto bikes for short trips. And we all ride around, commuting to work, around in the city. The thing that we find is that, a lot of times you need to carry stuff. And when you have stuff or kids, that's oftentimes when you say, oh, I'm going to drive instead. And so, over the years, we've just been thinking about, how can we carry more stuff on a bicycle so that we can do those trips on a bike instead of driving in a car. And so we had the Cargo Node. It was a collaboration with Extra Cycle last year. The product did some things well, but it also had some disadvantages. And so with this bike, we tried to fix those disadvantages. And really the idea behind it is, how can we add a whole lot of utility to a bike that's sized like a regular bike? Because when it's a regular bike size, you can put it on a car rack, you can put it into the bus, you can put it on a train rack. It goes everywhere a regular bike can go. But then of course our specialty is folding, and so that we can actually make it low and narrow, and so that we can put it inside a car. So that's really what it is how can we make the most useful bicycle that we can, built around an electric system.
Okay. And the bike itself, the frame is not folding, but you've incorporated some of the folding technology from the Vectron on here?
Yes.
Does it come specifically from the Vectron?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Physis handle post.
Yeah. Okay, and there's a double quick release seat post that goes all the way right down as well. So it actually packs up quite small, and the handlebars fold so that they're
well, they actually they just fold flat. So, and they just go flat, and of course then you lower the seat post and it all comes down, and that rolls really easily into the back of a Honda CR-V, a VW Tern. It's nice and flat. Excellent.
And how much have you carried on one of these? You were telling me about your trip last night.
Well, we of course need safety margins when we test. So the bike we are stating that it can carry 200 kilograms gross vehicle weight. So if you subtract the weight of the bike, that's 172 kilograms. Personally, I've tested it up to 227. So that's my daughter and her friend on the back.
Okay.
We live about a kilometer away from a subway station, and so my daughter does that trip quite a lot. And every now and then, when I'm feeling like a good dad and I want to save her the walk in the dark, I go and pick her up, or I drop her off at the station. And so we call it Daddy Taxi.
Excellent. And you're using the Bosch Motor, which you've used on the Vectron before, yes. And also trying out the dual battery system as well, because
yes.
there's space for that. And how much range do you get out of that? Have you tested it to its limits or not?
Well, I've been riding pretty much this bike non-stop for the last 9 months or so. So the range with 2 batteries is up to 250 kilometers. That's on eco mode. If you have it on full turbo, 100 kilometers. So the range is really something where I charge it every other week.
Right.
So it's this beautiful thing where I just ride it, and occasionally when I remember, I just charge it, and I'm good to go for 2 weeks.
So you don't have any kind of range anxiety at all anymore, really?
No, not at all.
Excellent.
The difference in this Bosch is that it's the performance line. So when you're carrying that extra weight, it helps a lot to have that additional torque.
Okay. And with the Vectron, you've brought out another couple of models with the Bafang mid-motor. Is that something that you might be thinking about doing with the GSD as well in the future?
Could be. I think Bafang is they're making some good product, and so we're always thinking about, okay, this is obviously a premium price point product at $3,999, and if we wanted to do something a little bit cheaper, what are our options? So we're always thinking about those things.
Cool. Well, it's a really interesting bike. We're going to try and get one in on test on e-bike tips. So thanks, Josh. Thanks for watching. And if you've got any comments or any questions about the Tern GSD, just ask them in the comments below. We'll try and get them answered. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more of this. Thanks very much.